First, I want to tell you all my amazing subscribers that this movie is inspired by a true life event that took place in Lagos, Nigeria. This is the story of three young ladies who wanted to make it in life and want to make it by all means. In the opening scene, we saw Uche Montana and Chineye that lives in a 3-bedroom duplex in high-class area in Lagos, waiting for their new flatmate called Fina. At first, Fina looked all sophisticated and expensive, and the girls were starstruck seeing that she came in with a Benz and a personal assistant who doubles as her videographer. Fina walked in giving all kind of rude attitude and arrogantly talking to Uche, and Uche, who was initially excited about her coming, switched on her own rude part as well, and soon she began raining insults on Fina and telling Chineye that Fina cannot live with them. But Chineye tried to calm the situation, and after Fina was done inspecting the house, she told Chineye that she will take the house and she will make her transfer and move in the next day. The scene then shifted to Uche telling Chineye that Fina cannot live with them, that she is full of trouble. But Chineye brushes her off, reminding her that they can no longer pay the rent alone. And besides, Uche is the reason they are bringing in someone else to live with them because she is not able to meet up with her own quarter of the rent. The next day, Fina moved in and she was directed to her room by Chineye and she settled in. So, we learned that Fina is a content creator, an Instagram baddie that lives a fake life just to impress her followers on all her various socials. Uche, on the other hand, sometimes sleep with men for money and also has a boyfriend that clearly doesn't love her and doesn't take her seriously, while Chineye is into forex. So all three girls were living life the wrong way. Now, Fina and Uche are always at each other, troubling each other until one day the whole situation escalated. It happens that Fina rented the Benz she has been driving around with, and she has been owing the guy some money for some time now. So the guy looked for her and embarrassed her and forcefully collected the car from her in the presence of her flatmates. So Uche started using it to mock her, and this got her so angry that she started shouting at Uche and cursing and almost hitting her. It was at this point that she broke down and opened up about how things have been tough and she has to do what she has to do just to impress her followers. This moment obviously solved their problem, as we saw all three girls living peacefully together, and Fina and Uche started bonding as well. The loan company that Uche borrowed 500k from called Chineye that Uche used her as her guarantor to take the loan, so they were calling her to demand for their money since Uche has not been picking up her calls, and they also threatened that they were going to post her obituary picture online if they don't pay the money as soon as possible. This infuriated Chineye and she confronted Uche about the money and what she used the 500k for, only for Uche to tell her she used the money to buy a selling fake purse just because she wanted to prove a point to Fina earlier on. The scene then shifted to Uche asking her boyfriend for some money, but the boyfriend, who obviously doesn't care about her, scolded her for always demanding money from him each time she comes visiting, and even threatening breaking up with her if she continues like this. In the next scene, we saw Uche trying to call her boyfriend, but he was not picking up his calls. So she decided to head over to his place to find out why he was not taking his calls, only to find him with another woman. And instead of this guy to be remorseful about his actions, he instead broke up with her and chased her out of his house. Chineye, on the other hand, was facing difficulties too. Her mom is seriously ill and she needs money to take care of her mom. To take her mom to the hospital. And seeing that all three of them were having financial issues, Fina came up with the idea of them sleeping with rich men for money. She said she has done it before and those men pay really well. Uche agreed to it, but Chineye was hesitant. They tried persuading her over and over again until she decided to give in. They all went to meet their pimp and he hooked them all with rich men that gave them 2 million naira each. They got back all excited and promised never to go back to it again. But was that really going to be the case? Well, let's find out. Chinenye's mother's health started deteriorating and she needed money to take care of her hospital bills. After talking with her friends, they all decided to do it again. I mean, to sleep with men again for money. Even though Chinenye is the one that needed the money most, she kicked against it, but the girls were able to convince her and she agreed. Now, this time, things took a different turn as the guy that used to connect them with those big men told them that the clients they have available requested to take on Chinenye and Uche. Chinenye revealed to the guy that she was on her period and she can't meet up, but the guy told her that the man that wants her loves to sleep with women on their period and wouldn't mind. Both girls were paid handsomely, but that will be their last. Days later, Chinenye started bleeding and became really sick. She then revealed to her friends that she slept with one of the men with her period. On hearing this, they decided to see a pastor. The pastor revealed a lot of things to them and prayed with them. They all gave their lives to Christ. Chinenye was made whole and they had their lives back. They all started their podcast to share their experience with the world and to advise young girls. The part that I love most in this movie is the part where they were all asking one another what they did with the money that they were paid. And they all mentioned that they used the money to buy material things like hair, clothes, shoes, bags. And that's the thing with hookup. You do hook up and buy clothes and shoes to do more hookup. And the moment you start, it's hard for you to go back. This movie is so interesting. I mean, this movie is beautiful. This is the most beautiful work that Uche Montana has done. I love this movie so much because of the lesson. The lesson in this movie is everything. And if you're a young girl aspiring to become something, you want to become something in life, and it's looking like things are being delayed, please see this movie for yourself so you don't run faster than yourself, okay? So you don't put yourself in situation that will ruin your life. See this movie by Uche Montana. The name of this movie is Hustle Code and it's produced by Uche Montana. You can go over to our YouTube channel and stream this movie, okay? It's a nice drama. Trust me, you will enjoy this movie. With that being said, bye for now.